So there's a big huge wall that has been created there that you can't see the source. It is behind that big black wall. It is like, for example, I'll tell you one story. There's a couple and the small child, that's a young child. The child goes down every day to play in that compound. The mother is keeping a watch. After some time, she's told the child, by 7 o'clock you better come home. It's been going on for a long time. Now this day also she's looking, the child is playing. After some time she goes to see Sat was there, why has he not come up as yet? So she calls out for him, okay, he'll come. Then she starts panicking, so she goes down and finds out where is the child gone. She can't see the child anywhere. She asks the friends everywhere, nowhere the child is not there. The husband and wife are in a state of panic. They go to the police station, my child I can't find. Every day they go to the police station to find out where is my child. This side, the child is taken away by someone, kidnapped. He's too small, he's grown as whatever that fellow, whoever has kidnapped him has trained him, grown up. So many years have passed by. Every day the parents go and ask in the police station, has the child been found? Here the child is grown up. He's forgotten his biological parents because he was kidnapped when he was small. He was grown up by whoever that kidnapper is. He's completely forgotten his biological parents. He doesn't remember at all. He's doing his own work. Here the parents are going there each and every day. This is our condition today. We are lost children and there is someone waiting up there. That is our state today. And there is someone waiting up there, and that's why people like me or our masters, our spiritual leaders, they are all trying to tell you and play that tune. You know, Yado Ki Bara picture bagitla? There's a kasa to tune vajato, because as children they only remember that tune. So every time, everywhere he goes, he plays that tune. So this is the tune through us is being played. Hi guys, we have forgotten, you all have forgotten. I will guide you. Come. Are you ready? Are you ready to come with me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. So this is the inner transformation. Please, where are you taking us? Taking us through the journey of life.
It's always good to have one non-believer for a healthy discussion.
And so taking you to the soul journey. For the soul journey, you need the transformation inside. What you were saying. Now, for the transformation inside, I've told you these basic ways of doing. These 2-3 ways which I've told you. Start your journey somewhere.
होमाबद्दल विचारू का? अमेरिकेच्या घरामध्ये कसं होम करायचं? अमेरिकेच्या घरामध्ये होम करायला फार भीती वाटते.
मी हा प्रश्न इथे पण आला होता.
मी पण प्रश्न पहिल्यांदा विचारला. मी करते. आणि वर्षापूर्वी तिने मला सांगितलं होम कर. छोटासा
No, listen. You all of y'all have a patio. You all of y'all have an outside. Winter मध्ये तुम्हाला बाहेर जाता. Okay. Now, what I have told Mona is you don't have to do it for hours. No. In winter, do it. Om Prabhu Shanti म्हणायला किती वेळ लागतो?
नीलमला विचारा.
रोज करते.
नीलमने कसं स्टार्ट केलं?
रोज करते.
नाही करत.
नाही, आम्ही आधी काय करत होतो?
Okay, you can tell them how to do it later. Yeah? So let me tell them also. Let's not talk now because then we're wasting time on it. Right. But she's the one who does it each and every day. And ever since she has come for the class also, she'll be doing, practicing all the spiritual things what I've told her. The only one who's really sort of done. And ask her and her husband what has happened to her in her life. What kind of miracles have happened in your life? Yeah. Now, we wait for miracles to happen. But once you're transformed from within, miracles by default happen. आपण चमत्कार शिवाय नमस्कार नाही वगैरे असं म्हणतो. सो वन डे one celebrity had taken to the ashram Dadashiji, and Dadashiji had asked us a question ki, tell me all of you all, what is the reason for you all to come here? Why have you all come here? What are you expecting over here? So this lady said, I am expecting a miracle. So Dadashiji said, then you are at the wrong place. So we were also quite stumped, everybody. This was a long time back in the initial years. So he said, no, I don't do miracles. Because you are asking for one miracle today. There are thousands of people asking for miracles each and every day. If miracle is satisfied, you will come up with the second one, I want this, I want that. So there is no end to your wants and desires. How many can I satisfy? What I can do is I can transform you. That is my job. I can transform you, miracles automatically happen. So isn't that better? Yeah, so whatever you want in life, you get. So you start on this journey because there is someone up there waiting for you. Don't forget that source or whatever that energy is, whichever form you can connect that energy with, Sai Baba Mana, Kiva, Allah Mana, Jesus Christ Mana, Kuni, through whatever forms you can connect your Guru, whatever, who will take you and guide you to that source. But please remember there is someone waiting up there for you. So to reach there, start your inner journey. And trust me, the minute you start, you will start seeing results. You don't have to wait for years. The planet has also evolved so much. Whatever I have gone through, you don't have to. Nowadays I see people shift very fast, very, very fast. Really fast. But start your inner journey, and it's never too late. आपण असं म्हणतो की नाही मला माझी मुलं मोठी होते, मग नातवंड होते, नातवंड झाली की नातवंडांचं काय होतं तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे तसं. ते कुठून सुटका कुठूनच नाही आहे ना. You will never have that time unless you want it that time. You have to remove that time. Time is not going to come to here, बाबा मी आहे आता चल तू हवन कर, माझे पाण्यात वेळ आहे, मी तुझ्या पुढे तू बाहेर, असं होतं का कधी? So for yourself, if you don't remove so much time out of your entire life, and this is what your soul wants, that is what, so when you leave the body, your soul will be in such a thin, slim. Soul doesn't have to be slim. You can be. So this is what you will be. So when are you going to nourish the soul? So you can start. It's not that it's late now, aata kai, kadi humse honar. In fact, the earlier you start, the better it is. We have the youth also, youth wing when we have youngsters who are starting with my children and my daughter-in-law, and they started when they were 14, 15 years old. Because the parents were into it. So you can see the results, you can see, my granddaughter, I can see with my eyes what kind of a child she is. You can actually see tangible results. You will see whatever issues you are going through in your life. Certain things you can't handle, right? Kind problems आपण नाही handle करू शकतो. And then you get stressed. Then you are tensed. Correct? Because you don't know how to handle it. And in that stress and tension, your health is gone. Retos. This is what the whole state is just now. Everybody sitting here. Correct?
Right. So you are saying this will give you strength.
This will give you some relief. This will give you strength, some relief. Try doing it. If you feel it doesn't work with me, forget it.
Right, so हवनच करायला पाहिजे का संध्याकाळी देवाकडे दिवा आणि उदबत्ती केली? You get the same energy.
What happens is when you do havan, तो जो ओम प्रभू शांती आणि तूप घालतो वरती आपण, त्याच्यामध्ये सगळ्या नेगेटिव्हिटीज, सगळे आपले नेगेटिव्ह कर्मास which they get burnt. धूप आणि आरती आणि हे अगरबत्ती तुम्ही आज किती वर्ष दाखवता?
Forever.
Forever.
Yes,
what has happened?
As long as I know.
What has happened? Has anything happened?
In what respect?
Has anything shifted, changed internally?
I am always a spiritual person. At least I feel that I am a spiritual person. So I don't know what I am looking for to shift. What should I be looking for?
Do you have fear? Do you have fear in you?
I do have fear. Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Can you forgive people easily?
I do forgive people easily, yes.
I'm talking of big forgiveness, huh?
I do, yes. I do. Really. And people who know me, they know it. I do forgive people. Big time.
Are you in a state of bliss?
So what am I looking for when you are saying की तुम्ही हे हवन करा? तू मला असं सांग की मी का करायला पाहिजे आणि याच्यातनं मला काय मिळू शकेल?
No, there is.
What should I be
when
looking
spirituality begins, logic ends. If you're waiting for something to happen, if I eat a chocolate, I'll feel happy. That does not happen with spirituality.
I think
But
that's
isn't
a
that
lot of
human
practice.
nature?
You can.
That needs a lot of practice. Like it cannot happen right away.
Yeah.
That's what he
For,
said. It's a journey.
It's not something that after nothing has happened in my life. That doesn't work.
When you find spirituality and logic,
I don't know what I'm looking for. What
overly
should I be looking for?
inclined to being logic. Anything I have to do, I have to be logic.
Correct. Spirituality is logic ends.
मला काय पाहिजे?
Because then expectation should end also.
Do what I'm telling you to do, nothing gets wrong.
If you do something with expectation,
Yeah.
that's what you're still in the logic.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
you're
not
doing
sure about
something
that.
with
Not-
expectation.
No.
I'm not sure.
See, I've been doing Havan for the past 32 years.
Right.
I have no reason for doing it.
Anytime you do something saying to get something, I think to me, I don't know that it's spiritual.
Exactly. So
In
everything doesn't have-
anticipation, I
Huh.
think do it without expectation.
Correct.
Then,
What I'm saying, do
no,
I have
but
to do
you
Havan?
just said,
You
why
just-
should I do it? What am I going to get?
म्हणजे what I want to know from her की मी हवन करून when she is saying you are connecting, how am I going to connect through the havan? That is my question.
Yeah.
No, no. One
So
second.
would
You're
I get
mixing the two
same
topics.
result
You're
of
mixing the two
candle?
things.
No, isn't it fire?
One second. You're mixing the two things. I'm not saying connecting that to the source through Havan. Havan is a different thing. Connecting with the source you can do 24/7. That's another thing.
Right.
So you're mixing the two. You're not connecting to the source through Havan. You are connecting to the source, period. You're talking to that energy 24/7. That's a different thing. 3 things I told you. 1, you can do the chakra dhyana. 2nd, you do the Havan. And 3rd is the connection.
But what
So this
Buddha
is
is saying,
part of spirituality. These are all aspects
This
of
is your
spirituality,
journey
right?
if inwards. This will start your journey inwards.
So through havan I will start my journey inwards. असं तू म्हणते का? If I do havan, really I'm confused. I'm sorry, but मला confusion.
याला tools म्हणायचं का आपण? Are these
These
the
are
tools
tools.
that you are
Yeah,
giving?
you could use the word tools
Right.
to start your inner journey.
Right. Correct.
If you are okay with it. If you're not okay with it, forget about it. Do whatever you are okay with it, provided you undergo that transformation. See, we all are good human beings, but we are not transformed human beings. Do you accept that? So what I'm talking about spirituality is being a transformed human being. We all are good people. Now what is a transformed person?
That's what I'm going to ask you. I'm transformed. I'm sorry, but I have
No, absolutely.
How do I know that I'm transformed?
I'm expecting these questions. You are not asking, so I'm telling you to ask.
But when you start giving lectures, you are transformed.
No, I was going to say.
I won't say that. I'm here because I want to learn. That's why I'm asking.
This
I'm
is the-
doing things.
Okay. Come back.
Right.
So what is a transform? I'll give you an example. Okay, now what is a transformed person? Now you've seen an ant. You've seen an ant walking on the road? How much of the land can the ant see?
just around.
एवढूसच ना? ही किती? हिच्या आजूबाजूची भौतिक जमीन किती? But if you're a bird, at this level, how much of it can you see?
Bigger.
If you're even a higher bird like an eagle or a kite, how much can you see?
Yeah.
Wider. The whole area, correct? This is a state of a transformed person. Are you judgmental? When you're at this stage, you cannot be judgmental. You are not, never. But we are judgmental. If anybody here says I'm not judgmental, I will not believe it. We very easily start judging people.
Yeah, sure.
And that comes to us as if it's our birthright.
Yes.
Right?
It's so true.
So true. I know it. I've gone through all this. Right? For examples, I'll tell you. There's a number 6. I can see a number 6 over here. All these ladies can see number 6. What can you see? 9. right? I will say she's blatantly lying. It is 6. Isn't it 6? Isn't it 6? Isn't it 6? Isn't it? Yes. You will say, I am lying. Isn't it 9? 9, 9, 9? Who is right?
You.
That is the state of a transformed person.
It's a point of view.
That is the state of a transformed person. But when we judge, without listening to the other side, without understanding why this person has behaved like this, why this has happened, where is it coming from, you will say, ah, yeah, she said. बोलतो ना आपण आणि easily बोलतो आपण. That is the state of a transformed person.
But when you say he or she said, it also drops everything there.
Yeah, you're completely, your judgment goes.
Yeah, she said, so now they विसरून
विसरून नाही होत ना. अशीच आहे आणि ते कसं ही अशीच आहे.
जाते विसरून जातात.
आपण नुसतं तोंडाने बोलतो विसरून जातो कोणी काही विसरत नाही. That is the problem. Is everyone clear on this? Speaker, you're clear on this?
Yes.
Now you understood why we need to transform from inside. I'm not using the word change. You can change your clothes, you can change your car, you can change your houses. Don't change your husbands or your wives.
That will be a big transformation.
That's not spiritual.
That will be a big transformation.
So that's why I didn't use the word change. It is a transformation which is permanent and irreversible. Once you are in that state, even if you want to, you can't come into this state again. Got it? So now how many of you want to be transformed? Definitely. So definitely. So Dashriji always says if your answer is all yes, there are 2 criteria for it.
2 what?
Criteria. One is you have to be breathing. I always say breathing. Are you all breathing?
Yes.
Thank you. And second, you have to say yes. That's all that is required out of you. And then it will be done.
Yes to what? Like just say
yes to transformation. You said yes to transformation.
Right.
Okay? Okay. Now to go through this process, you have to undergo certain processes, which we use the term as metamorphosis. Now this is a metamorphosis of the self. We've heard the word metamorphosis in school and college.
Right. Yeah.
Right? The butterflies are common example there. But a metamorphosis of the self. So what is your self? Who are you? Why are you on this planet? Why do these things happen to you? I do feel hurt. I do get angry. I am jealous. I am insecure. All these things are there in me. I want to get out of all this state. So that is the metamorphosis. So when you have to undergo a metamorphosis, you have to undergo a process. You can't just sit here and say yes and do nothing about it. Again, another definition of spirituality is, spirituality begins when your comfort zone ends. We are all in our comfort zone and say, "Kar tula काय होते? मी तयार आहे." असं नाही होत. Correct? So you have to undergo a process. Right? Now there are plenty of processes happening in America. Lots of them are happening in California. मध्ये तर खूपच processes होतात. इथे आता Chicago मध्ये there is this which is called Bodh. Bodh 1, 2 and 3 is happening in Chicago. I've given Jagdish the details of it. He will send it on mail. If you can, go for it. If you feel you need the transformation, go for it. And if you feel, oh, what do I do? At that time my grandchildren will come home, that time this happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. Now your connect with the source or the divine will come here. Tell the divine, tell the universal energy, I want to go. How? I don't know. If you seriously want to. If you seriously want to shift from inside. Anything I want to do, I'll say I want to go. In the peak periods of my career, I have got exactly those days which used to be free and has to go. I have to just declare. I want to go for this. आता मला बराच वेळ आहे because I'm not in that peak stage, but in those peak, I had to do 2 to 3 shifts at that time. तरी पण मला तेवढा दिवस माझे आपोआप मिळायचे मोकळे. It's just that my passion is very different. I mean, I don't expect everyone to be like me. I would love to for everyone to be like me, that passionate and that much in love with that divine. I'm in love with the divine. I always tell I've got a workshop which is called Romance the Divine. Yeah. So I love to go on a date with the divine. I've had experiences of all this, when I was in oneness. You all know what? You know Mona? Have you heard of this?
No.
I was there for one of the processes.
You had
a date with the divine. So that time I was with Aman Bhagwan. Most of you all know about. I was with oneness for 20 years, and I had undergone that process. And during that process, then after all that diksha and all that happened, and they got us down in the lawn. They were sitting in the lawn. You want something? So I went there, and we were told not to eat for some time whether the diksha and all was given. So I had not eaten for some time, for many hours, couple of hours. Then during that time when that diksha happened, and I was sitting in that garden, in that lawn outside, this memory is so vivid, though it's so many years old. I was drifted to one Italian restaurant. I was sitting in an Italian restaurant with Bhagwan sitting opposite to me. We were having this pasta. I love pasta, so we were having this pasta, which had a lot of lasoon and wine and everything. All that service and everything was done. It was the delicious meal ever I had eaten. मला अजूनही त्याची taste आहे तोंडावर. It was all a vision. Wow. I experienced it was like an outer body state, or God knows what had happened, but this is what I experienced. And then when the dream got over, this lady came to the one who was guiding me, my guide. She tapped me, and I said, "Come on, Smitaji, come on, let's go for dinner. You've not eaten for such a long time." I said, "I am very full. I don't want to eat." And believe me, I was so full. I had no wish to eat. She forced me because she couldn't believe. I said, "I've eaten. I don't want to eat." She forced me to eat. I said, "I can't. I just had one little thing of that rice. I said, I really don't want to eat. Please don't force me. I'm full." I was full. So I have gone through all these things in life. I have experienced these things. I've experienced the childlike state. I've experienced this kind of thing. So that's why I'm saying go on a date with the divine. What can divinity not do? Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
What can divinity not do? The problem you think is so massive for you and I don't know how to get out of it is really not that big a problem for the divine. But ask.
Here's a question. The way you described about your connection with the divine, does it take you away from normal life?
Have I gone out of normal life?
I don't think so.
Not at all. Do I not talk to like a normal person? I love to have my drink. Yeah, I love to eat my non-veg. I love to enjoy my life.
Right, but would that vary from person to person?
It may.
That's what I'm asking.
It may, but it will. If you're a sansari, like grihastha, if you're a grihastha, no divinity will take it because your duty come here to look after your family also, to do your duties also. So your external world is a completely different world. Your inner world is a completely different world. Okay, so I'm just saying start your inner journey. Spirituality does not demand any sacrifice from you.
There are moments in life when
you feel I don't want to give up everything and all that stuff.
No, where certain things can happen and it just disturbs your state of mind.
Correct.
How does this play a role in your life?
It's not that I will not say that things don't disturb me. Certainly if something happens, they do disturb me. It will disturb anybody. Okay? But I know how to snap out of it very fast. Because I immediately, my connection is so strong, I get an answer, out, get out from it. Or this has happened, that's happened. I get my answers very fast because my connection is very strong. I undergo through all the emotions what everybody else is doing. I'm not something different from y'all. But I know how to get out of it because the connection is very strong. My inner journey, my entire being is completely different from what I used to be. So I always tell people, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And it is not, I mean, in those peak days, if I could still do it, anybody else can do. I'm sure you all can definitely find time. Most of you are housewives. Are you not? Most of you are housewives, right?
Retired.
I'm a housewife. I'm working also. Still, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was working and I had all odd hours of working. I didn't even have regular from 9 to 5 kind of a job. You have to, that's the thing, that you have to be in love with the divine. So that passion, lovers बघितलं तुम्ही कसे असतात? एकमेकांसाठी वेळ काढतात की नाही? आमच्या मुंबईला तिकडे त्या बँकवर त्या तिकडे बँडस्टँड वर आणि त्या सिलिंग वर वगैरे इतक्या उन्हात बाकीचे नुसते एसी मध्ये पण घामाघूम होत असतात. But still those lovers, they're still sitting under the chhatri and they don't feel any garmi, they don't feel anything, and they're in love.
We are spiritual.
Yeah. That is the love. That is what love does to you, that you don't experience.
Thick skin is spirituality?
No. Nilimak skin. That's Nilimak skin.
I don't feel bad.
No, that is something wrong with your heart chakra. You have become stone-hearted. That's not right. That means indifferent.
No, I'm not indifferent. Not that.
तुम्हाला काही लागत असते वगैरे म्हणजे ते indifferent.
नाही, पण कोणी काय असं, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I think she has a good point.
What she's saying is she will, like, you know, she'll say, okay,
It's a way
it's
of
okay,
handling.
you know,
Maybe
you got it.
I can't hear anybody.
Some reason to behave like that.
I think I have the same question because I do know one person. That person can handle everything without getting disturbed. Like there's a wedding in the family and then he comes home and he finds this bad incident. How is that?
I don't know. I'll have to meet that person to find out.
So I thought that would be something like this.
No, she's talking about being thick-skinned.
Right.
That's not being thick.
She used that word, but that's
I think it's just a phrase.
But no, what you are mixing is being indifferent. Being detached is different and being indifferent is different.
dispassionate and detached.
Detachment is, it's like the word, I'll tell you an analogy I can give, is the word empathy and sympathy. Do you know the difference between empathy and sympathy? Yeah. So that is the difference between between detachment and indifference. Empathy is what I would say is detachment. So I don't know whether it's a proper analogy, but that is what is closest to it. Be indifferent, be detached, but don't be indifferent.
More of it being dispassionate, right?
No, when you're detached, you do it with right there in that moment. You'll help that person, you'll do whatever in that moment. Indifference means that is being indifferent.
No, not that way.
Exactly.
Detached.
No, but you can't reach the state of detachment so soon.
No, but that thick skin,
No way.
thick
No
skin
way.
is an
To be
idiom.
a detached,
It's an idiom, right?
to be detached, you got to be really, really spiritually very high. All these things, you know what? I'm sorry to say, I'm not going to hurt anybody. Nima, I'm not going to hurt anybody. But we all, including myself at some time, at one point, we all have a tendency to whitewash ourselves. We all think, oh, I am completely like this. Oh, I am not like that. I am not judgmental. I don't get angry like that. But I just get angry when things don't go in place. I am a very detached person. Detached? Tomorrow if your grandchild is to fall down, you think you'll be detached? No way. No way. Exactly. So to be a detached person, to be in that state of Sthita Prajna, detached, oh no, it's a very, very high level of spiritual achievement. It does not happen so soon. Forgiveness also, when you say I've forgiven so and so, it is not true. Again, forgiveness is a state of forgiveness. So when you're in a state of forgiveness, you will forgive anything and everything that happens in this world. Are we capable of that? Imagine yourself if I don't want to say God forbid, but somebody whom you know closely is raped. Will you forgive that person who's a rapist? No way. So we have not reached that state. That is a state of forgiveness. These things don't come easily. My dear friends, I'm sorry to say this. So if you're thinking though, I can forgive somebody easily, it doesn't matter to me, I can stay in this state, it is not true. We are whitewashing ourselves. Have a reality check. Please have a reality check. It is not true. It is really not true. So don't think, we all tend to think like that, ki मला नाही असं काय होत, मी नाही असं काय करत, माझा असं स्वभावच नाहीये.
आपण आपल्यात सुद्धा बघत
नाही. You have not met yourself. You don't know who yourself is. You don't know who you are. Who am I? You don't know. Do you know? Champa, tell me who you are.
Yes. I mean,
Huh?
to me that.
Who are you? Tell me, Champa. I'm meeting you for the first time. Hi, I'm Smita Jaikar. Champa, who are you?
Champaka.
Pure? Okay.
Peaceful soul. Peaceful soul.
Yeah, I'm peaceful soul. I'm really telling the truth, yes. In spite having all these...
The word in spite should not be there, no?
But
But coming to that, who am I? Who am I? Is this me? Is this me?
No.
Is this me? Is this me? Then who am I?
so,
Where am I? Where is Smita in this whole body? Who is Smita in this whole body? Ask yourselves.
Here.
This is Smita?
Here inside.
Where inside? Where? So who's Smita in this entire body?
Your
Who's
conscience.
Champa in this entire body?
Your conscience.
Is that?
No.
Is that when I die tomorrow, my consciousness will leave? Let's say Smita's body is here. Where is she gone? God alone knows where. This body was called Smita for so many years. Suddenly it's Smita's body. Smita is gone somewhere. The body is lying here.
Just a body.
So who are you? Where is the soul? Have you seen? So who am I is a big question. That is the first spiritual question that you ask yourself. Who am I? True? So that's where our journey starts. So to find who you are and why are you on this planet? What is your purpose in this life? To start your inner journey, these are these little things that I've told you. We'll not go to who am I because it's a very, very heavy topic. I don't want to confuse you now at this stage. But start your inner journey. By starting your inner journey, 3 small things which you can very easily do. Chakra Dhyana, Havan, and connect with the divine. If you can't do anything, connecting with the divine is, you don't even have to have a place, you don't even have to have त्याला काय आंघोळ करायला हवी असं नाही, त्याला काहीही करायला नको. That connection is there 24/7. That you can do very easily. Is that for that you don't need time also.
So what do? You have to have that divine, whoever you want to connect with, that person's image in front of you, and
No,
call the name.
No. Call me काय सरळ आपण आता बोलत होतो कसं बोलायचं. आता पार्टीला आपण गेल्यावर काय करतो? I would like to meet you Dolly tomorrow. So let's meet for coffee. So what do you do first? We'll exchange phones. How do I connect with you? So you'll exchange phone numbers, right? Right? In this case, you'll exchange phone numbers with the divine, but the first SMS you will send, hey, hi, I heard this lecture from Smita, big lecture she gave me on connecting with the divine. Let me see if you can do this for me. Will you? I have this issue. Try with small things. My husband is fighting with me, please will you shut him up? Start with small things. Start with small things. First, like I don't like to use this word that you can test the divine, but you can test the divine. You can test. Start talking and say, this is my problem, can you solve it for me?
So do you address it as divine?
No, whatever you connect with. Now I talk to Baba, I talk to Dada. So whoever you consider divine, suppose it is Shiva, suppose it is Jesus, suppose it is Allah, suppose it is Buddha. Suppose it is Buddha. Whoever you consider your somebody you consider divine. So I've got a big lecture just now from her. We were bored to death listening to her nonsense. But let me still test you. Start that way. Okay, so any questions?
So Adhyatma and spirituality.
Adhyatma is spirituality.
It's exactly, but in the Marathi madhya apan vasto. And it's just taking care of your inner soul.
Yeah.
Right? That is the
nourishing
your soul.
And how to do the nourishment of the soul?
That's हे मार्ग.
सुरुवातीला तर मी ह्या सोप्या गोष्टी तुम्ही करू शकता. Is why this is how I started. So I feel they were easy for me to do. So I feel probably it would be easy for most people to do. So it's just something which I have done all my life, and I feel it was. I can share something what I have done. I can't share something what you have done and what you have done. This is my sharing, my life, my experience which I'm sharing with you, which you could apply. And I have people, I've spoken to Dolly also earlier, which she just told me about it. I have no memory, but Neelam I definitely know. She's in constant connect with me. I know what all happens in her life, and I know how she's got out of situations in her life. Agree with me, Neelam?
Yeah. So sometimes when you're meditating or doing the chakras, like I told you about it started yours, and there are moments when I have felt very good, and I feel good vibrations around me, and things just seem to go smooth. And there are moments when it's just the opposite. So that's one. Two.
I'll answer this. If things are not going right, it is not because of the chakra. That much I can tell you. If they're not going right, because each and every day cannot be a best and a peaceful day. Life is not like that. Some days are good, some days are not good. Nothing is related to the chakras. It's not because you've done the chakra dhyana, so this has happened. And you've not done the chakra dhyana, so this has happened. No. Okay? So the chakras have no control over what you're doing or whatever. It's just your inner peace and your perception.
So but they create vibrations.
Yes,
good vibes. You get good vibes, right? But that's not because of the
vibe, yes, but the situation outside of you that I'm feeling not good, that is not because of chakra dhyana. You cannot not feel good after doing the chakra dhyana.